watch the draft, the next time you watch it, if y'all ever watch it again, watch what they're really doing. They see how fast you can run, how high you can jump. They give you the physical, meaning they
touching your face and they ain't got no finish.
Exactly. So they doing all of this stuff. But where did they originally do this at? In slavery. We have a nice fine one right here. He can run. He's strong as a bull. He doesn't bite.
Fine linebacker here.
He's a fine specimen.
He can plow the field by himself.
Exactly. He can do all these things. So it's the same thing. Except for you get some paper for it. And you get some quote-unquote glory for it. But what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and to lose what? His soul. So let's go to that Maccabee joint.
First Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 11. In those days, when they're out of Israel, wicked men.
What kind of men?
Wicked men.
Wicked men. So they'll use our own people against us. Read.
Who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us.
Let's go make a covenant with the heathens that's round about. Let's make contracts with the enemies.
Right.
Read.
For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were forward herein, that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen.
Gave them what?
Gave them license.
Gave them license to do what?
To do after the ordinances of the heathen. Whereupon they built a place of exercise.
A what?
A place of exercise.
They built a place of exercise. Wait a minute. This sounds like the leagues.
Exactly.
That's what this sounds like. The same stuff that's going on today. Read.
At Jerusalem, according to the customs of the heathen.
According to the customs of the heathen. Not our customs. It's their customs. That's why we're supposed to be set apart. We're supposed to bring them into us. We don't go into them. Read.
And made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the set-apart covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold to do mischief. Now when the kingdom was established before Antiochus, he thought to reign over Egypt, that he might have dominion of 2 realms. Therefore he entered into Egypt with a great multitude, with chariots and elephants and horsemen, and a great navy, and made war against Ptolemy, king of Egypt. But Ptolemy was afraid of him, and fled. And many were wounded to death. Thus they got the strong cities in the land of Egypt, and he took the spoils thereof.
Amen. Go to that other joint where it's the other exercise. Well, you know what that is? It's a Maccabees too. One moment, please. All right. Second Maccabees, chapter 4, and verse 11.
The book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 4 and verse 11. And the royal privileges granted of special favor to the Israelites by the means of John, the father of Eupolemus, who went who went ambassador to Rome for amity and aid, he took away. And putting down the governments which were according to the law, he brought up new customs against the law.
Against what?
Against the law.
So this person brought up new customs against the law. So this would make you lawless. Read.
For he built gladly a place of exercise under the tower itself, and brought the chief young men under his subjection.
The who?
The chief young men.
He bought Kobe. He bought LeBron. He bought them guys. Back in the day, Magic and Jordan. Go ahead.
And made them wear a hat.
He made them wear a hat. That's why I don't like baseball hats to this day. Read.
Now such was the height of Greek fashions, and increase of heathenish manners, through the exceeding profaners of Jason, that ungodly wretch, and no high priest.
And no high priest. Read.
That the priest had no courage to serve any more at the altar, but despising the temple and neglecting the sacrifices, hastened to be partakers of the unlawful allowance.
So this is speaking of the priest. So when was this being handled? On the Sabbath.
Oh my God.
So they was purposely putting them to do things on the Sabbath to break it. And who was right for it? The priest.
Wow.
Same exact thing. We used to be in church. Pastor always used to say it. I'm going to let y'all go early today. The Pistons on.
Wow.
I know y'all want to go home and watch the game. You want to go watch it. Always used to say it.
Lions.
Same exact thing. The Lions on today. I'm going to let y'all out early. Ain't no, just pay your tithes and scoop. Read.
That the priest had no courage to serve any more at the altar, but despising the temple and neglecting the sacrifices, hastened to be partakers of the unlawful allowance in the place of exercise.
So this was a what? An unlawful.
Unlawful.
An unlawful thing. So when we looking at this stuff, as harmless as it seems, this stuff ain't right. The NBA ain't right. The NFL ain't right. Major League Baseball ain't right. Because who running it? Them same Romans behind the scenes who was throwing you in there making you fight lions and bears and tigers are the same people.
Lions and bears and tigers. Sounds like
Kings. Exactly. So these same people behind the scenes got you doing garbage against the law. That's what they doing, the same thing. Even if they're not killing you physically, it's still spiritually killing you. And it's better to die in the physical than the spirit. Read.
after the game of discus called them forth, not setting by the honors of their fathers, but liking the glory of the Grecians best of all.
The glory of the Grecians best of all. Don't them athletes get great glory?
Exactly.
Everywhere they go, everybody's screaming for them. Would you sign your name on my piece of paper?
Exactly.
What is that? You sign your name on a piece of paper and they go home and put it in a picture frame.
Idol out of it.
What is that? Nothing. Oh, he shook my hand. I'm never washing my hands. Idolatry. All of this stuff, man, it is no good. None of it. It's no good. Let's go to another APOC here. But why do these people do this to us? Why does everybody got it out for us? Anybody know?
So you see that Israel.
Let's go to Judah in the APOC. Judah. 5, we're going to start at verse 12. So it says in Psalm 83 that these people are confederate against the children of Israel. So everybody is ganged up against the children of Israel, and the thing make it so bad, we don't know it. We have no clue that these people are trying to kill us. None. And none of them step on each other's toes. They know when the Africans come over here, I'm going to braid their hair. They know it. They know the Chinese ain't going to mess with that. But the Chinese going to sell you the weed.
Sell you the hair to get braided.
They know the Arabs say, I'm going to sell them the gas. I know the Africans ain't going to own this. It's already like in a plot. They already got it set. Nobody step on each other's toes. Exactly. It's all right there. No matter where you go, if we set up a hood in the woods somewhere, they coming. Them Chinese people gonna set up a Chinese restaurant right there. You gonna eat this dog. You gonna eat this dog. I don't care how you try to get away. I know you love it. Flat out. We coming. No matter where we are, they gonna set them boys up. Get your sweet and sour chihuahua.
Oh, not the chihuahua.
Go ahead. Read Judah 5 and 12.
The book of Judah, chapter 5 and verse 12.
If people don't like that stomach, that belly god to get messed with. Go ahead.
The book of Judah, chapter 5 and verse 12. Then they cried unto their power, and he smote all the land of Egypt with incurable plagues. So the Egyptians cast them out of their sight.
Now this is when we in good standards with the Most High. Nobody can stand before us. Nobody, no matter what you got, nuclear bombs, missiles, whatever. If we in good standards with the Most High, you are finished. And these people know it. Read.
And the Most High dried the Red Sea before them, and brought them to Mount Sinai, and Kadesh Barn, and cast forth all that dwelt in the wilderness. So they dwelt in the land of the Amorites, and they destroyed by their strength all them of Eshban, and passed over Jordan. They possessed all the hill country. And they cast forth before them the Canaanite, the Perizzite, the Jebusite, the Shechemite, and the Girgasite. And they dwelt in that country many days.
So all of these people, because we in good standards, we knocking them out. Boom. They can't stand before us. Read.
And while they sinned not.
While they did what?
While they sinned not.
While they kept the commandments, the laws, and the statutes, they sinned not. Read on.
Before their power, they prospered.
They prospered. We was prosperous. As long as we was doing what he tell us to do. Read.
Because the Most High that hates iniquity was with them.
He was with them. But what?
But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles, very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs. And the temple of their power was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies.
So this is when we get out of line. What quickly happens, we get trampled over, taken down with ease. Read.
But now are they turned to their power, and are come up from the places where they were scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem, where the sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate. Now therefore, my master and governor, if there be any error in this people,
if we find any error in this people, read,
and they sin against their power,
go ahead,
let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
So as long as they can keep us eating the wrong things, wearing the wrong things, buying the wrong things, doing the wrong things, they got power over us. So they got to keep you down.
Exactly.
That's how they set up to keep you sinning against the Most High. Read.
And let us go up, and we shall overcome them. But if there be no iniquity in their nation,